It really helps whenever you let yourself into the show. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Ysn Power Hour. DJ Yoakley with you. So happy to be with you in my humble abode here at the Yoke Cave. Looking forward to just trying to catch up on all the content coming out on YSN right now. Anthony Hartwig doing a phenomenal job, able to do his show. So, hey, I should be able to do ours as well here at the YSN Power Hour. We have a stacked show for you. We have 6 player profiles that we are unleashing to you today to let you know. 4 of them brand new, 2 of them just went out on ysnlive.com. We're cruising 224. We got 2 Poland football interviews, and then we have 4, technically 5, Canfield golf interviews that we're going to be talking about today. Looking forward to hearing from all these student athletes. They're all pre-taped. Matt Romeo did a phenomenal job last night. I have to tell you before we get going, we do a lot of these shows, and I love everywhere we go. Tonight I'll be at Giangelo's. We'll be at Tiger's Table. We have welcome Ben's over for Western Reserve. We will have them as well. Golden Dawn tonight as well for Ursuline. But last night, wow, pardon me. For the first time, we did a show at Bulldogs Bar and Grill, and I had no idea where this place was, no idea what to expect. But I have to tell you how incredible, absolutely incredible it was out there. And I wish I'll get an address for you before the show's up, so you can go out and check out Bulldogs Bar and Grill. The wings are their wing nights on Monday, so we kind of fell into luck a little bit there. Incredible, absolutely incredible. The service was amazing. The atmosphere was incredible. Poland, the boys seemed like they had fun. Coach Pavlansky had a great time as well. They treated us. I mean, they really rolled out. I want to say the red carpet, but truly is the blue carpet for everybody in Poland. So if you're in Poland or anywhere close, really go check out Bulldogs Bar and Grill. Check out all these great restaurants, these great local businesses that support YSN. Folks, I know I say this a lot. We cannot do what we do without support from the restaurant community, just the business community. It keeps the chain moving down the field. It keeps the tires rolling into these parking lots, and certainly it allows us to pay our announcers to highlight your kids. So if you have a chance to spread the wealth and support some of these folks or all of these folks that support us, please do so. And the newest being Ben's tonight. Everybody knows of Ben's new ownership, Daryl and the crew out there. Very, very excited for Western Reserve to come to town. So we're excited to have them as one of our new sponsors. A new show, the Western Reserve show. You remember we had it last year at MVR. This year it's going to be at Ben's. And then, of course, we have tonight at the Tigers Table in Springfield, the Springfield local Tiger Show. We have the Ursuline Irish Show, and then the South Range Raiders Show at Giangelo's, Golden Dawn, and like I said, Tigers Table. So we are all over the map. We are trying to get as many interviews as humanly possible, and we're going to use them, some of them today. So without further ado, let's let the kids do the talking. Matt Romeo did a great job last night. Let's hear from Matt and his special interview right here.
Welcome back to the Poland Bulldog Show from Bulldogs Bar and Grill. I'm Matt Romeo, and I'm here with Oliver McCulley, the senior, the captain, and take it a step further, the green shirt wearer. So I want to start off by talking about the green shirt. And can you tell me the story behind that, first off?
Sure. So it started in the mid-'90s, and there was this player, his name was Micah Harris, and he was a great leader on and off the field. So he ended up playing football at Duke, and he ended up passing away in a car crash. So to honor players each and every year, they have someone wear the green shirt to honor him and to signify that they're a great leader.
Awesome. And that's how do you achieve that feat to get the honor to wear that green shirt? What has to happen? Is it voted on? Does the coach select it?
So it's voted by the players who were in the locker room the year before. So that's usually just the junior and senior class. They pick whoever they thought the best leader was from the prior year. Obviously, you have the seniors that would have been ahead of me. But I was voted along by my classmates over here, or my teammates rather. if they don't want to come over here.
Come on, guys, get in the shot. Get in the shot. Come on. These guys right here voted you in, huh?
That's right. They voted me for green shirt.
Awesome. So, and it's awesome to learn that as someone that I live in Poland. I'm from Boardman, but when I would go to Poland games before I started calling them, I always wondered, is that just a random guy wearing a green shirt? No, there is some significance, and it's really cool to hear the story behind it. So, Oliver, you're coming off of, one run for 9 yards, 3 catches, 47 yards, and a touchdown in the back corner of the end zone there from Vito.
That's right.
And, talk to me about, first thing I want to hear is, who is your favorite NFL player? And I'm going to be disappointed if you don't tell me the right guy.
I'm going to go with David Njoku from the Browns, their tight end.
Okay, I'll accept that answer only because he's a tight end. Because I love the fact that you're an athletic tight end that likes to go get the ball. One person that I had in mind that you might say is Taysom Hill. Because you kind of, being down on the field even in warm-ups, talking to some coaches and watching you play, the way they utilize you, you're kind of like the Swiss Army knife of the team. Taking a sweep play, a jet sweep for 9 yards, catching a fade in the back of the end zone, doing all the blocking that you do. It's really cool to see someone as versatile as you. So, pretty cool stuff. Now, you're a senior. You're a captain. Talk to me about, you guys are in the middle of the game. It's a battle, facing a little bit of adversity. How do you lead in the huddle, lead a guy, a young freshman that comes in like David Zippolitis? How do you lead him as a captain in that huddle to keep him composed, to make the plays that he does to get you guys down the field?
So we try to take it one play at a time. Obviously, we don't want to look too far in the future. Like, hey, it's second down and 5. Let's get the first down. Let's get 3 yards, whatever it may be. So we want to do that first. And then second, we like to keep our cool.
Yep.
Obviously, big plays, good things. One of our coaches say, good things happen, bad things happen. It's how we respond each time. And we don't like to get too high or too low on whatever happens. We just like to go next play.
Absolutely. And with that being said, there were a couple crucial points in this ball game against Salem. You guys had a comfortable lead, 21-0, and then they kick a field goal going into the half. It's 21-3. Still feeling good about yourselves. But then you come out the second half. They stop you, which they rarely had done to that point. And then they come right down and score. It's 21-10. All of a sudden, it's a ball game. What was said in the huddle, what was said on the sidelines to get you guys motivated to get back in the game?
So our head coach Tom Pavlansky always says, "How do we respond? Are we gonna fold, or are we gonna come together?" He always says to our teammates, "We either we come together or we fall apart," and we came together and ended up scoring.
And you guys certainly did come together, and you guys controlled the ball game for the most part. And even when it got close, you guys took it downfield for a touchdown, and you guys kept it comfortable from there. Great having you. Thanks for coming along.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
We'll be back on Bulldogs Show from Bulldogs Bar and Grill. I'm here with Tyler Canfield, the senior, the captain. First off, now, as soon as I got the opportunity to do the Poland game this week, I'm up in the booth. I'm looking at the roster, and I'm even before that, leading up, I'm seeing the last name Canfield, and I just got to ask, how do you get away with playing at Poland High School and having the last name Canfield?
Yeah, ever since I was young, I remember just hooping when I was younger. All the refs used to say something about it, and going in and now, I get the comments once in a while, but I mean, it doesn't affect me, and it's also just great playing against Canfield, knowing, only one Canfield come out on top, so it's going to be my last name always.
There you go, trying to build a legacy in Poland for yourself,
course,
huh?
Yeah.
There you go. I love it. Love to hear it. So, talk to me about, you are a captain, you're a senior. Talk to me a little bit about what it means to be a senior, and even taking it a step further and being a captain of this football team.
Of course, Coach Pav always says the most important title is being a senior. So getting both titles, a senior and a captain, is just amazing. I mean, I'd always dreamed of being a captain when I was younger, watching the older guys go out there. So, and it's just a different feeling, leading the team. The younger kids always look up to you, and not even just a freshman through juniors, but the younger classes like the middle school and et cetera, they always look up to you. So it's just a great feeling to have, and knowing that your voice means a little more. So
absolutely, and being a senior, being a captain, you in the huddle, I've noticed, such a mix of younger players, such as Chase Jones, Nick Natoli. How do you compose them guys? How do you lead those guys in the huddle in the middle of a tight ball game?
of course, like I said, like last year we were fortunate enough to put a lot of points on some people, so the younger guys got to get in, so they weren't fresh going into our week one. They had some varsity experience. And I think everybody knows when Vito or David come into that huddle, it's time to lock in. There's no more messing around. We have to communicate in the huddle. And they know as soon as the ball says out, like it's on. So
absolutely. And you talk about Vito. He had a touchdown pass in that game, and then here comes David Zippolitis that comes in. He's a freshman, and normally the quarterback is the one that leads the huddle and takes charge of the offense. Being a senior, being a captain, you're an offensive lineman. How do you handle that? How do you take charge of that huddle, even though you're not the quarterback?
Well, of course, I think they know. Even, like I said, when the quarterback goes and we get a ready team, everyone knows, like, all right, let's go. And like I said, I remember David texting me that even though he's a freshman, he's not going to let our senior year go to waste, so big shout out to him. He came in not nervous at all, ready to go and put the pedal down. And it just, even though the quarterback takes over the huddle, we all have our own jobs and getting everyone ready to go.
Everybody's looking at you in that huddle. Your face is setting the tone. Your mannerisms are setting the tone, and how you act in every situation. Everybody, whether you know it or not, everybody is looking at you.
Yeah.
And David came in, and he played really well as a freshman, of course. You guys ready for Howland this week?
Oh, we're ready. Today was Monday, so obviously we're done with the old week. We had our time to have fun with the win. It's on to a new week, so we're just ready to go and make Howland feel us for sure and just go on.
Looking forward to watching you guys on Friday night. I'll be calling the game.
Of course.
Good luck to you, bud.
Thank you.
Welcome in, ladies. The sun's a little bright, so we'll start there. Carson Arfaris, the senior golf member of the Canfield golf team, here for a player profile. Carson, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
You're battling that sun like a champion right now, man. It is beating up on us.
Yeah.
For you, this is a very special team. For everybody, this is a very special team. Talk to me about what, to you, makes this team so special.
Like the connection we all have with each other. It's been a lot closer this year than any other year. We're all bonding better, and we're all just having a lot of fun.
Fun's the biggest part of golf because it's not always fun, right?
Not at all.
It's a really it really is a sport that tests you in several different aspects. For you, what keeps you coming back?
Just to be able to just play the sport. It's just not a lot of people get to play it, and so just for us to go out there as like a bunch of friends, just to go out there and play, and that's kind of what gets me to come back.
How long you been playing for?
My freshman year is my first year, so this will be my fourth.
Okay, so what made you say, hey, I'm going to go out for golf?
When Tiger Woods won the Masters.
The comeback Masters.
Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
so Tiger got you generated, did that for, I'm sure, many of people, myself included. I'm a little older than you, so I wasn't really worried about the Masters side of it. But, okay, so Tiger Woods, is that the I mean, it sounds stupid to ask. Is that the golfer you most admire?
No.
Okay, here we go.
Colin Morikawa or Scotty Scheffler are my two favorites.
That's my guy.
Yeah.
That's my guy. When you're watching golf on a Thursday through Sunday, right, what are you looking for most to kind of embody? Is it their acumen? Is it the way they kind of carry themselves? Is it their game, obviously?
It's the way they carry themselves for sure. And it's just like to see how consistent they are and how they don't let anything bother them is a big thing that I can take away from that.
What is the biggest challenge for you in golf? I mean, you're relatively new. I mean, you're only playing for 4 years.
Yeah.
What are some of the things that what's your biggest challenge now? And what is the biggest kind of thing that you've overcome?
Definitely, you can ask my coach. The biggest thing I've overcome was like the mentality part of it. If one bad hole, it was over. And now it's gotten a lot better where I could just put it past me and just let it go. So,
what other sports did you play growing up?
Tennis.
Tennis.
And basketball for a little bit.
So how did that help you with golf?
It honestly didn't.
Okay, that's fair.
The swing kind of messed me up a little bit. From when I go to one and another, it takes some time to kind of get back into it.
Tennis is an interesting sport too, because I mean you can look at tennis and it could be a single sport, but it also can be doubles. You got a team sport. I mean, all of that. Like for you, what attracted you other than Tiger to switching from the court to the links?
Just going out with my family. We always used to go out on Father's Day to play, and so that was one of the big things too. That just I remember something like that and going out with my brothers and stuff like that.
Talk to me about this team, your teammates. Why this team? I know you said why they're special. Why is it that you guys just continue seemingly to get better and better as the year goes on?
I think that we know how good we are, and so that just kind of pushes us forward. And like we don't settle for less. We kind of know, we did good here, but we could do better. So that's kind of a big thing there. We're never satisfied.
sports, obviously in every aspect, very challenging. We just saw the at the Olympics. We see it every day when you turn on ESPN and whatnot. What about sports drives you? I mean, and how does it prepare you for the life that you want to live later on?
The work ethic part, just putting in a lot of work and seeing like an outcome to it. It really does like show me like that could translate to the real life for sure.
Golf takes a lot out of you, especially in the early years, like you are. You can do it in business. You can do it for the rest of your life. What do you hope golf gives back to you in the long run?
Probably a lot of money back from my friends, stealing it from them.
That's the best answer all night. You talked about getting money off your friends. I mean, business-wise, what do you want to do? What do you want to make a career out of?
I want to be a physician's assistant. That's what I want to do, and I'm sure when I'm in that field, there'll be a lot of golfers that would go out and play. So,
what kind of led you towards that idea, the decision?
I mean, my parents are in the medical business, so it's kind of grown up into it. So I've always hear about it when I'm in the car and whatnot. So, kind of just sounded like a no-brainer to me.
That's fair enough. Role models, heroes, who are they?
My parents, for sure. My brothers, those are definitely the big ones that push me who I am today.
Why your parents? What makes them stand out to you?
They helped me a lot with everything. Before I had a car, they take me wherever I needed to go, whatever I needed to do. So that's definitely a big reason.
What's your plans for? What's your plans for after school?
Like after high school?
Yeah.
I don't know what college I'm going to yet, but somewhere that has a PA program, so it can speed it up a little bit.
I love it. Dude, you are like locked in. You know what you're gonna do. For you, I mean, what do you want to check off or what box do you want to check off the list here as your senior year kind of concludes?
For golf?
Just overall.
Just to make as much memories, because everyone says like it goes by quick, and I've seen the seniors last year leave. It's pretty sad. So just kind of making the most of it and just enjoying what time we have left.
One single event that you're looking forward to most?
Probably the winter formal.
Winter formal.
Yeah, last year was pretty fun. So
yeah,
probably do that again this year.
Carson, appreciate your time, man. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate you. Best of luck in everything you do.
Thank you.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Player profile time. Girls golf team for Canfield. Cadence L4 joins me, a senior on the ladies golf team with the Redbirds. Cadence, talk to me about, you just told me you picked up a club the first time in 3rd grade.
Yes.
We've come a long way since then.
Yes.
What made you pick up that golf club and keep picking it up along the way?
Well, I mean, my family owns a golf course.
Oh, that's easy then.
So
shout it out. Which golf course?
Reserve Run.
Okay.
So because of that, being in the family and stuff, they're like, okay, you're getting into golf. So that's like what made me pick up the club, but like I didn't really.
So you like by birth, you were like you're golfing. All right. Most parents are like, okay, if you can't golf, you're in the kitchen. So you got to take your choice, which wouldn't be bad because Reserve Run has a wonderful, wonderful kitchen. For you, being on growing up on a golf course, what was that like? I mean, what kind of jobs did you have to do? I'm sure you have a slew of them.
Well, right now I like work in the pro shop and help out in there. But I mean, when I was like 10, I was helping with carts, cleaning them, parking them.
The driving range? Do you ever have to work the driving range?
We do not have a driving range. But it started out as a driving range before it was a course.
To be able to be in one of those carts with the cages, I think it'd be a fun job, but I can see where it'd be a little bit scary, especially if you're 10 years old. But okay, so mom and dad have the course. Brothers, sisters? What do you got?
I have 2 brothers and a sister.
2 brothers and a sister. Everybody play golf?
My brother does neither. I mean, my oldest brother doesn't.
Okay.
My older sister played on the team for like 2 years.
Gotcha.
And was like, this isn't her sport. And then my little brother's 8, so he's now picking up the clubs.
Okay, he's getting ready to go.
So, yeah.
All right, talk to me about, I mean, I asked a question to a couple others. Golf, it's a game that, you give and you give and you give to the game. What are you hoping to get back from golf later on in life?
I mean, I think it teaches you like a lot of life lessons and helps you deal with things mentally and physically that, I mean, a lot of sports do, but I think with golf it's mostly a mental sport than skill. I mean, obviously there's skill in it, but I think from learning all of that, it's definitely going to help me in the future with like jobs and real life situations.
Sure will. From that aspect, let's talk about your teammates. Let's talk about you and this golf team. Pretty special team. I mean,
Yes, very
every time
special.
you pop up on YSN, the scores just keep getting lower and lower and lower. Can that continue? And what is keeping that hot streak going for this particular team?
I truly do believe that's going to keep going. I think we all just have a special bond, and I think our most important goal is as a team, like being there for each other, and then we set goals, and I think we have a chance at going to state and just getting there to Columbus, which would be amazing.
So how many seniors on the team? Is it just two of you?
There's just the two of us, yes.
For you and Maya, I'm sure you have a special relationship. What has it been like over the years growing together, feeling like, okay, we're in this together, hand in the pile?
I mean, the first time I met her was 7th grade in our middle school golf program.
Yeah.
She came from a different school,
Yeah.
just started at Campfield, and I realized, oh, okay, it's going to be us two. And then we had more girls join in our grade, and then now it's just us two again.
It's challenging, right?
So,
I mean, you talked about the
yeah.
mental aspect of it. For you, you have to be mentally tough. And for everybody, you have to be mentally tough. But for you, why is it, and what built that mental toughness that you've had to preserve and really showcase on the course all year this year?
I would say just life.
Just life in
Yeah.
general? That's fair. That's a fair statement.
I think it really, like ever since I was young, I've dealt with stuff, and I think that's really just built me mentally and has prepared me for the course.
Sure. Senior year, obviously, you just have to start thinking about, if you haven't already, start thinking about the next chapter in life, whether it's college or a trade or just going into the workforce. What are your thoughts? What do you plan on doing? And if you don't have an answer, that's fine
I
too.
do.
Right.
So my plan after college is going to international business.
Oh, wow.
So, and I hope to like study abroad for a little bit when I'm in
Very cool.
college, because I just feel like there's so much more to the world than just Ohio.
Sure
So-
is. Now, you know what the next question has to be. The follow-up question is, where in the world do you want to go?
I would like to go to Florence. The college I'm looking at has a campus in Florence. It's Kent State.
Okay.
But they have like multiple locations I can go to, and I would say mainly Europe I'd want to stay in.
That's fair.
So
Kent State is where we're looking right now. Nothing's official, but we've seen the boom of golf in general since COVID. But we've also seen a decrease of some sort in athletic scholarships being taken, not given, taken by women golfers. Is that something where you look at it and you go, if I can go to school for a discount and play golf, I'll continue it? Or are you capping out at high school and saying enough's enough?
After high school, I am going to be done with like competition golf.
Sure.
But like I'll obviously still
I would hope
continue
so.
it and play all those courses in other countries.
Do the folks give you a discount to play reserve run?
Yes. I mean, I do play for free.
That's awesome. That's a nice perk, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
You talked about what you ultimately want to do in international hospitality, right?
International business.
Business.
Yeah.
So talk to me about what that looks like. If people like me who have no idea, just average schmoes, what does that look like for you? What do you ultimately want to do? What with a career in that?
I mean, I'm still deciding, but I think the end goal is being president or CEO of a company.
I love that. Trust me, you don't need all that. You just you just need a degree and just
Yes.
little guts.
So,
Well, that's awesome. Let's talk about real quick your heroes, your role models. How much they mean to you, and who are they?
I mean, my first role model is my grandfather, Scott MacDonald. He's the one who owns Reserve Run, and he's the whole reason I got into golf. And I mean, he was just an incredible person, and I dedicate my whole golf to him.
My role models, this fly are flying around right now. Any other role models or people you want to shout out for who you are today?
I mean, my coaches.
Yeah.
I mean, they've
You
been
got a pretty
there.
good one.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Yes.
Coach Dean's amazing.
Yes, Coach Conley's amazing. Coach Eileen, Coach Phillip, and I mean, even the whole team is amazing. Like, I don't think we'd be where we are right now without the team, and especially Conley's help. Like, he's reached out for us. He's trying to grow the golf,
Sure
the
is.
girls golf game. So,
Sure is. All right, last question for you. What's the one thing you want people to remember about this particular golf team when they look back in 30 years?
I'd want them to remember our bond. I mean, we have an unbreakable bond. Like, all of us love each other. I don't think we'd be where we are without them. Like, drama happens, we get over it. I mean, we just never stop with each other.
Awesome. Kates, thank you so much for your time.
Yes, thank
Appreciate
you.
you. It was easier than it looked, right?
Yes.
There it was. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Player profile time. We are here with another Canfield senior golfer. It is Topher Drombetto. Topher just got a chance to talk to Coach. He talked just endlessly about the leadership of this year's senior class and this year's team. Very special.
Yeah.
Walk me through why this team's so special for you.
I mean, I got to start at the bottom. I didn't really see the course as a freshman, so to kind of work, my way up into the team, and to then be a senior, look down at all these kids and see them at the different levels. It's really special for me because I kind of relate with all of them, except the ones who are better than me, which is a lot of them. But yeah, it's just so amazing to see all these kids, how they all love the game of golf, but they all play it so differently.
Coach talked about the team.
Yeah.
In an individual sport, that's hard to always point to and say, okay, I want to make sure that I'm playing for these guys and not necessarily for myself. When did you kind of learn how golf could be a team sport?
I would say probably my sophomore year when I started playing the actual varsity golf.
Okay.
I learned that you're not just competing for the spots, but you're also competing as a team together. Golf isn't, even though it's just you and the ball on the course.
Mm-hmm.
There's a whole team behind you, backing you, and at the end of the day, your scores get added up together.
Yep.
So you want everyone to succeed.
When you are out on the course, I mean, where do you feel most comfortable? Is it on the tee box? Is it on the green, fairway, rough, sand, wherever? Where's your spot?
I mean, I'm in the rough a lot, but it would probably be off the tee.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're in the rough a lot. It sounds like you've had some adversity in your golf game. How have you learned to overcome that? Is it just by getting hacks? Is it by the mental aspect of it? How have you become comfortable in the game of golf?
I think it's a kind of an aspect of everything you just said. You got to swing the golf club. If you don't swing it, you won't get better. But also golf's a mental game.
Yeah.
If you go in, every hole's a new hole, every shot's a new shot.
Yeah.
You got to keep your head clear. It's what I tell the younger kids whenever I see them upset. Like, you're gonna hit bad shots. So it's definitely a mental game. I would think that's the biggest aspect of it.
Biggest strength, biggest weakness for your game right now that you're working on?
Off the tee is definitely the strength. I'm driving the ball well right now. And then you can always get better with putting. Your short game is the easiest way to shave your strokes. You always leave some out there every round. So definitely a short game.
How about a mentor or an upperclassman when you were rising up the ranks that gave you some good advice on the links?
A senior who just graduated last year, I too. Sachin, Nella Panini, and Simon Kovas were awesome. I try to do what they did for me for some of these younger kids. They just took me under their wing whenever we'd play. I could ask them how they'd hit this shot, what they would do there, what club they would take. Coming into tryouts every year, they were the ones I would go play with and ask them for advice. So they were just great. Always tell me what to do and help me out.
Coach Mike talked to me about the leadership of you two. What do you think you bring to the table when it comes to leadership? Where's your strength lie there?
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely we have golfers better than me. I'm definitely not the best, but I try to bring that good attitude that we talked about, and I try to help coaches organizing the team, making sure everyone's on the same page, trying to make his job easier so everyone else can go out and have more fun. So I think mentally I provide a lot.
What do you want people to know and to remember? You're halfway through the season. Yeah. When this season comes to a close, what do you want them to take away from this year's this year's team, essentially?
Yeah, I mean, we're achieving great things. We're winning our tournaments. We're setting a school record.
Yeah.
Things are going great. Hopefully it carries, just the start of the season. We got another half to go, so hopefully it carries on. But I hope everyone has fun. Like, at the end of the day, it's for the golfers. It's for the kids. It's for us.
Yeah.
So if we're not having fun, then we didn't succeed as a team. So I think that, we can play as good as we want, but if we're not having fun and being a team, it's not worth it.
What are some of the boxes you want to check before the season comes to a close?
I don't have any hole-in-ones. So, I mean, always...
Borrow one from
No, I know.
Maya.
She's definitely got a few to share. That would be nice. I just want to keep playing good golf and keep having fun with these kids because senior years it's coming to a close already. Like we're in the last stretch of it. Like one more year left of high school, so I'm going to try to make the most of it.
I mean, you just mentioned it. Perfect segue. Senior year.
Yeah.
How fast is the last 3 years gone for you?
I feel like it was just the other day. I was teeing off for the first freshman tryouts, and then it's crazy. It went by so fast. So just try to enjoy it as much as I can. But I'm also looking forward to the next chapter.
Any advice you'd pass on or do pass on to like freshmen, sophomores?
I just tell them to every old person and parent and grandparent these are the best years of your life. Slow down, enjoy it. I would echo it, even though I never listened to it. Those years are something special. If I could go back 2 years, I would do it in a heartbeat. Just the time you have with your friends is just something else.
You're paying dues to golf right now,
yeah.
and you'll be paying them for a long, long time. What's one thing you hope golf pays back to you in the long run?
I hope it. We talked a lot about mental, but I think it helps me just as a student, as a friend, as a family, son. I think it helps me be a better person mentally. Learning to control my emotions can help me in life a lot. So I hope that it continues to grow me there.
Dude, you are well put together mentally. You speak very, very well. Who are some of the role models that allowed you and guided you towards who you are today?
My dad, for sure. My local church is a huge part of it for me. My dad's a pastor there, so he's a part of that.
Shout him out.
Old North Church.
There you go.
But yeah, I would probably say my dad, my mom, my dad, for sure.
Incredible. Thank you, Topher, so much for your time. Yeah. Incredible interview. Very, very well spoken. I mean, give a shout out real quick to some of the guys on the golf team. Where do you want them to be when they look back at this, or you look back at this 30 years from now, right? What are you hoping you guys accomplish?
I hope Nate Miller can putt the golf ball eventually, shave some strokes. But I hope that we all are, still talking at least, and all still playing the game of golf and loving it and growing, because you can always get better.
Topher, thank you so much.
Hey,
appreciate you, man.
you.
Be well. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Player profile for the Canfield girls golf team. I'm here with Maya Kohal, who is a senior at Canfield. Maya, thank you for joining us. Appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
My pleasure. Okay, so this is a very special year. Very special year for this particular team. Every time the write-up comes on YSN, it seems like that score goes lower and lower and lower. Talk to me about what makes this team special other than the scorecard.
We have a lot of chemistry on this team. We have bonded as sisters. Basically, we spend 3 months together. And practice, it just doesn't ever feel like practice. Like, it feels like a hangout. But it's easier to put in work when you're not feeling like you're forced to do it. So
golf is a very challenging sport, mentally, physically, emotionally. How do you keep it together, and how do you lead with those examples in mind?
I keep it together by always having a thought in my mind that keeps me grounded. Also, when I see my girls on the course, we're always smiling, waving. It doesn't matter the score. We're always just looking out for one another, and that's something nice to know that they always have my back. So I lead with that in every tournament that I could possibly play in.
So you've been playing golf at least for 4 years, right? So how long before that when you picked up the sticks?
I was 5 years old.
Oh!
Now I'm 18, so 13 years I've been playing. And my dad got me into it, and I just fell in love with the sport over the years and just continued playing. It became like my home, good or bad. It was always just something I could return to.
As a 5-year-old, what attracted you to keep coming back? Because, I mean, 5-year-olds typically are looking all over the place. They're looking for people around them to have those exchanges. For you to be out there on the course all by yourself, I'm sure your dad, like every other golfer, had his share of cuss words and things of that nature growing up. How did you kind of keep coming back? What brought you back?
I always thrive to try and be better and to try and beat my dad. And in, I think 6th grade, I finally beat him.
I was going to say, how long did that take, knowing how good you are now?
Yeah, he was a good golfer back in his day, but he's not that good anymore.
Do you toast him pretty good?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So for you, this is a game that you can play the rest of your life. What excites you most about the level that you play right now and potentially where you could go with it?
That the options are endless, pretty much. I could do anything that I want with this sport. I can play it for the rest of my life. And the people that I've met along the way, are still some of my best friends. And I hope once I graduate, we'll still have that bond.
Is this something you want to take to the next level?
I'm still thinking about it.
Yeah.
But we're just gonna see what happens. I'm excited for the journey though, to see and everything that comes with it.
College right around the corner. I don't want to rush anything,
I
but
know.
I mean, do you have plans? Do you know what you want to do and essentially accomplish?
Yes, I would like to become an athletic trainer.
Okay.
I've always been like a hands-on kind of worker. Sitting on a desk is not my kind of thing. But it also brings me still close with athletes and what I've played sports growing up, so still keeps me in that realm of things.
Wild guess. Most student athletes that want to be athletic trainers dealt with some kind of adversity through injury. Did you have that?
Yes. I had a shoulder impingement, a hip impingement, and right now I'm dealing with a knee injury.
Oh, goodness.
So I was always in physical therapy.
Yeah.
And the bonds that I've created with the people there, it's just something that they give such positive vibes going into things that I hope I could do that for someone else.
So for you, you're halfway through your season, essentially. You've already crossed off a ton of check boxes. I heard there's some special ones you've crossed off along the way. Talk to me about that.
So I have 3 hole-in-ones.
In your career?
Yes.
At Canfield?
Yes.
Okay.
1 was during the summer, and then 2 were in this year still.
Same golf course?
No. So
Okay.
the first one was at Squaw Creek.
All right.
And then the second one was at Trumbull Country Club.
Okay.
And then the third one was at Lake Forest in the Hudson Invitational.
My goodness. So most people want 1 hole-in-one in their entire life. You've got 3 in 18 years. Probably shorter time frame than that, 4 years. What else could you want to accomplish in the game of golf?
I don't know if there is anything else really. I would like to make it to state with my team. I think that's a goal that we can honestly reach. We're playing at a level right now where we thought we were just trying to get to at the end of the year. So to be where we are now, state is a very, very good goal that we have set for ourselves, and I'm just excited to see all the work we put in and how we get there.
Favorite club in your bag?
Oh, probably my driver.
I knew it. It's either the driver or the putter.
Yeah,
every time.
mine's my driver. Putter, we're working on that one right now.
Last question. I want to take it off the course into your personal life from a standpoint of role models. You've got I'm sure, a ton of influencers in your life. Who are some of the ones that stand out to you that you want to give a shout out?
My dad. My dad has been with me through all of it. See me at my best, see me at my worst. He's just someone who I really look up to and thrive to be. He was with me for my first hole-in-one, and that's still my favorite one because I got to experience it with my dad.
Okay, so follow-up question. He's with you on your first hole-in-one. The second one, you call him and you say, "Hey, Dad, got another hole-in-one." What was the conversation like that?
He said, "You're joking." I was like, "Dad," "I'm not joking." I was like, "It's in the hole, and I don't." He'll always be my first call.
Were you looking around for it?
No, I had watched it go in, but it was just one of those things I was like, what just happened? We were sitting on the tee box for 15 minutes, waiting, it was just one of those things I was like, I just wanted to get out of there, I guess.
The third hole-in-one, most recently, what was the conversation like? Your dad's probably like, "All right, I'm being jobbed here."
He was there.
Okay.
He had come out to watch, and he was like, "I think that's in." I was like, "Guys, no." I was like, "No, it's not. I think I just drove, it's over the green." Nope, I walked up, and there's a picture of me just standing by the flag, and my hands are just up because it's just I can't even, fathom what just even happened in front of me.
That's incredible. Maya, congratulations on all your success. Thank you for stopping by. We appreciate it, and continued success throughout.
I'll try.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Canfield Coach's Corner. We are at Coca's Pizza again this year. Thanks to Steve Coca. We greatly appreciate all your support for Canfield Sports and YSN. And we are here, Canfield Golf, with, did you just say the most tenured coach in the program?
And it's a funny word for old. Yes. Yeah.
Coach Mike, when golf gets started faster and quicker than any other sport, almost halfway over by the time football starts and some of the other sports.
Yes.
For you, when you think about, golf and kind of the notoriety it's had since COVID, and the sport has shot up, how has your job changed from that standpoint?
It's actually become harder because it's harder. So many people started playing golf. So many people started getting on our course. And our course is, I'm going to give a huge shout out to Brian Tolnar and Stacy Butler at Mill Creek. They are They go above and beyond on every single thing they do, and that they are a treasure that we have with our Mill Creek Park. But it's just so difficult to get on anymore. It's there's so many teams. I think that course has 9 different teams that play there, including YSU when they play certain times. So it's made it a little bit more difficult, but it's also made it more enjoyable because there's times that guys and the females and males that are there, they come up and start asking, hey, how are the boys doing? What are they doing? How's their scores doing? And it's just really refreshing to see the sport grow so much that way.
Well, you look at that, and not only are you the most tenured coach, but, I mean, you're at the most beautiful, I think, course all across. Do they let you go on both sides, north and south, or is it just play one or the other?
What happens is it's a lot of times we play where there's room.
Okay.
So we don't know sometimes where we're going to be that day, but I call that my country club. I mean, and I don't know even the superintendent's name, but the job he does with what he has is literally remarkable. They should do a story on him. It's amazing.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Talk about this year's team. A lot of talent coming back, obviously. Who are the leaders? Who should we be watching for in the low scores?
Funny enough, we thought this was going to be. It was a mystery year for us.
Okay.
We knew we were 1, 2, 3, 4 deep. We thought. Our number 3 guy decided that he had some different aspirations. He's a dual sport athlete. He's a wonderful young man. Stepped up and it's like, Coach, I don't think I can do this. And so that put a tailspin. We thought we were looking for a 5 guy. Ended up we were looking for a 4 or 5 guy. And the players that we have that go out on that course, what they've done is amazing. My senior leadership, I brought my 2 seniors here. They deserve half of my check, to be quite honest. I mean, the coaching that they do, the morale building that they do, the sense of team, I truly think that's why we're playing as well as we have. Last year we broke a 30-year-old record at Campfield. We shot 299. We never even put that in our minds that we were going to do that. Started getting some good scores, and we're like, maybe it's possible. Last Friday we shot 296.
Wow.
And it was, and the boys were so happy. I mean, it was at this stage in my career to be able to look and watch the boys. I keep saying boys, they're men.
Yeah.
Watch them take over the team and bring everyone together, the team bonding. I mean, they're missing a team bonding event now so that they could come here because it was important for them they said, to talk about how much it means to them, talk about what, they won't even talk about scores. They're going to talk about the team aspect that they've been able to accomplish. And again, everyone loves to give the coach the credit or the blame. There's a lot of times we just sit back, and I'm in awe of these men. I mean, I really am.
Golf for so long, an individual sport, but it's a team mentality, as you just preached. How challenging is it to get them to buy into the team, when you're out there playing by yourself, essentially?
It's one of the hardest transitions as far as coaching. I've coached a lot of different things in my career. Coaching golf, and they play all summer as individuals. If they're having a bad round, so what? Having the team realize that, hey, even though I'm playing as the 5 guy and I'm not playing really well today, if I miss a putt, if I shank, if I lose my focus, we tie on the top 4. It's my score.
Yeah.
And getting the team mentality, it puts a whole new spin. And golf's very different. In basketball, boom, boom, everything's moving. It's more reaction, and you have to have all of the fundamentals that go with that game. Golf, you have way too much time.
Yeah.
You have too much time. If you hit a bad shot, you're walking up, I got to make this up. So the mentality of the mental aspect of playing golf is really the hardest part. I don't work on swings.
Yeah.
Ever. I don't touch all these kids they could all beat me.
Yeah.
I tell them, I said, you are a better golfer. I know golf.
Okay.
I know high school golf. So you're right. I mean, the team mentality in golf is one of the biggest things. And when you get to talk to Coach Conley,
yeah,
he'll tell you the same exact thing. And the job that man has done is, I've known Coach Conley since he's been about 11 years old.
No kidding.
And he puts me in awe every time I'm around him.
Walk me through that last kind of statement you had about, they're better at golf, but you know the game. Walk me through the difference.
They'll go out. I mean, we had kids the other day, 71, 73, 75, 77. I'm not going to shoot that out there. I'll be, I maybe upper 70s, low 80s is where I'm gonna land. To keep the mental and the emotional side in check, I said you have to play as level as you can. You can't get too high on the good shots and too low on the bad shots. And being out there, knowing when to go up to them. A lot of times I tell them I'm a ninja because they don't see me. I'm hiding in the woods. If I see them start to melt down, that's when I come out, and I won't talk about their game. What are you doing out there? I'm never going to say that. I never ask my golfers, what are you sitting at? Never ask that. How are you feeling? You having any fun? And I always remind them, you know what? How much did you pay to play today?
That's a good point.
You could be in school today. And they're like, oh, and if I can get them to laugh, but most of the time, taking the tenseness out of your body releases so much.
Sure.
And if I say, get back to basics, get back to what you know is going to make that good shot. And I don't think I'm the best golf coach in the whole wide world, but I've learned a lot from them.
Who did you learn from?
George Kessner out at when I started at Boardman, Bob Banks, legend at Mooney. Matt Morgan was phenomenal at Ursuline. And one thing, it's funny because all the golf coaches around here, we kind of laugh. There's really no jerks that we deal with.
Yeah.
Like the golf coaching community, they root for my kids. John out at Howland, he showed up last year. We made it to districts. I look out on the green, boom, he's there. He drove up to Pine Hills in Hinckley, Ohio, to watch our boys play.
Wow.
That's the type of guys I get to work with and coach against. I root it hard for them. Our boys, they know each other. They want to beat each other.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't like losing to anybody.
Sure.
If we're playing tiddlywinks, I want to beat you. But if you win, that's okay.
All right, we got two of your guys here tonight. Talk to me about who they are and why they mean so much to this team.
Carson Afaris and Topher Drumbetta, and they've been with me since, I teach 7th grade, so I could see them when they're literally babies.
So you're recruiting in 7th grade. I love it.
I tell you what, I'm brainwashing everyone I can. I always tell people I get paid to make fun of children. It's a wonderful job. But these two gentlemen that you're going to find, when you talk to them, you're going to find out they just don't care about individual accolades. And both of them have gone through ebb and flow, ups and downs on their game, ups and downs on how they feel about themselves. Last year for both of them was not a good year. It was, they had aspirations up here, and the performance, I think the stress, the pressure, everything they tried to do backfired, and they both came to me and they said, I got a different mentality this year. I'm a senior. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to help lead this team. And when I say it as a joke about them, and I'm not giving them half my salary, my wife will beat me up, but having them, it's like having two other, and I don't want to use the word coach because it's a little bit of it's just, I have an advantage.
Like a mentorship.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have such an advantage that other coaches, I don't know if they have that or not. It's been such a blessing, a gift, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
I'm just lucky that these young men are in my life, and I hope I'm able to be there for them, and long after they're done with their golf career. They're good people.
This team, if you were to give them a calling card and hang your hat on something, their strength and their weakness, what would it be?
I would say their strength and their weakness is their strength all starts from within. They believe and want each other to do well.
Okay.
We have two sophomores that have just stepped up. Danny Chaplow is playing crazy. Nathan Miller I don't even know where his ceiling is. I don't know if you've ever been around Mickey Fairways, Mick Ambrose. Mm-mm. He plays like an old man, and he just scores like you wouldn't believe. His short game's better.
Mickey Fairways?
Yes.
I love it.
Yes, Mickey Fairways. He's wonderful. And I made the mistake probably 2 tournaments ago. I said, you were delightfully uneventful. And since then, his scores have been going. Like he had, let's put it this way: this kid in 3 years of golf never had a double bogey.
Wow!
Last week on Friday, when we set the record, he had 2, and still shot 75.
My goodness! Just going for it, or like?
He'd had some bad breaks. He had a bad landing in the sand trap, and it was a lip. He couldn't get it. It was just. 2 years ago, I don't know if he would have played through that. His mental aspect, he's only a junior. Mm-hmm. I mean, we are still very, very good. Losing these two, I hope that we have people to step up. But I'm telling you, Danny Chaplow has bought into the team aspect of everything. Mm-hmm. Mason McClure. We just have good young men doing good things.
Incredible. Coach, thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it. Can't wait to talk to the guys and hear so much about you, I'm sure, and your leadership. Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
There you have it. 7 interviews today. Not something that you're going to see every day on the Ysn Power Hour, but folks, we just we just went right up and down 224. Started in Poland, end up in Canfield Golf. Thanks to everybody for taking time out. I know these are not always timely from a standpoint of the easiest for folks to get out to or to take time. We try to do our Zoom calls and interviews when we can. But there's something about being face to face with a student athlete or a coach to be able to break bread as well and talk about the importance of why sports mean so much to them, why their family and their role models mean so much to them, why their community means so much to them. And it's one of my favorite things to do. I certainly love broadcasting games and live sports, but to be able to talk to these great individuals, these great teams, it really is one of the best things about what we do here at YSN. So we thank them for their time. It is time for the Joe Dickey Electric What's Your Spark, presented by Joe Dickey Electric. They are everything electrical. And here we go. The Joe Dickey Electric Spark, once again, brought to you by Joe Dickey Electric. Visit them today on the web at DickeyElectric.com. Kind of a bummer rumor going around right now, and we're trying to confirm it. So I don't want to, I've pretty much all but confirmed it at this point. It looks like the Lisbon football game is going to be canceled thanks to some illness going around. That's a bummer, man, because Lisbon needs right now is to get, well, number one, they need to get healthy. Number two, they need to get that experience. And against, I think it's Fairport Harding, if I'm not mistaken. It's a team that they'd be able to battle with. And after coming off a tough loss to Wyndham in week 1, it sucks. Just quite frankly, it sucks that they're not going to be able to get on the field. And I'm sure Coach Meek is heartbroken. Our heart and our thoughts and prayers, T's and P's, go out to everybody that's affected, and hopefully you guys can get back on your feet as quick as possible, because we know that it's going to be a different kind of year for Lisbon, but one that you could get all the reps that you could possibly get, and you don't need something like this. This has been a crazy time for the Lisbon Blue Devils, and we certainly we're behind you all the way. So anything that we can do to help out. But it does suck to hear that it sounds like Lisbon is not playing this week, as that game is, we don't know if it's canceled or forfeited or how that looks in today's day and age. But we'll try to confirm that and get you more on ysnlive.com. So that is a bummer spark today. Get well, Lisbon. We love you. That is going to do it for our show as well. Thanks to all the individuals that jumped on from Poland to Canfield, and certainly we will have I believe Scotty's coming on the show tomorrow, so we'll have Scotty Mincher, and we'll try to get some more interviews for you as well with the local talents around the area. Lots of opportunities to watch online tonight, ysnlive.com. Lots of opportunities to get out into the community and support these great restaurants, these great community supporters of their own. Again, I will be at the at Giangelo's on 224. I'll be there about 7 o'clock is where we'll start. Tiger's Table in New Middletown. Steve will be there. And Noah as well. We have the Golden Dawn with Tim Corso and the Ursuline Irish. And then Western Reserve at Bend tonight. Chris Colucci will be out there with Coach Armini and a couple of the Blue Devils coming off their week 1 win against Crestview. That is going to do it for our show. Get out there, support. We appreciate you more than you'll ever know, but we certainly need your support to support those who support us, if it all makes sense. It's a circle. It's a circle. YSN thanks you for watching this presentation of Your Sports Network.